Also in the western side of the park, 50 some kilometers from Dolomite, heading into the park from the western side, so heading east, you come to Olifantsrus. Now, Dolomite has rooms only, Olifantsrus has only camping. So it's just camping, that's it. And there is only 10 campsites in the whole facility. It is fenced. It's run on solar power with a backup generator. The power runs from certain hours and then cuts off through the night. And yes, you have to go fully equipped. Everything you take, everything you want, you take with. There is a little kiosk there. It sells wood, fire lighters, water, and a few cold drinks. That's it. Wi-Fi also very, very slow, but does work at the reception area. But the highlight of Olifantsrus, apart from the fact that it's camping only, and there's only 10 campsites, is the waterhole that is attached to the camp. Now, Etosha in general has become famous for the waterholes that are lit at night that you can see from inside the camp and during the day. Dolomite doesn't actually have it. It's the only camp, Dolomite and Olifantsrus don't have night lit waterholes because the camp is positioned where you can't actually see the waterhole at night. Olifantsrus, on the other hand, has a double-story hide that is not actually overlooks the waterhole, but it's not actually in the camp, but you can access it from the camp. So it's very unique. So you've got the camp, the camping site, the little kiosk, the reception, and the parking area over this side. And then there's a walkway that goes over the camp fence, raises up into a raised walkway that's double story. So you go up to the top, and then it's open with a roof on it, but open views. For 180 degrees, you can see several kilometers in all directions, and the waterhole is right below you. So you can actually see all the animals, particularly elephants in this area, but there's a lot of animals in this area. You can see them approaching from a long way away because most of Etosha is low scrub, high vis, high range of visibility. So you can actually enjoy them coming towards the water and watch the animals as they get the scent of the water and get more excited and it is fascinating, it's beautiful to see. And of course, there's nothing between you and the animal. You actually look down on the animals drinking in the waterhole. It's a really unusual view and you really feel connected with them because there's nothing between you, no car, no vehicle. You're sitting there, no window between you and an elephant a few meters in front of you. Really is nice. That's the top level, but you can go downstairs in the hide, and that's not open, obviously, because you've got the waterhole goes right up to the hide, but they've put huge, big planes of glass windows looking directly onto the waterhole. And that is fantastic. The animals can see in, of course. Of course, some of them are smarter than others. So when you go in and walk downstairs, move very slowly and gently. There's places to sit, or you can go right up to the window. But literally, you can be this close to an elephant with just a window in between you. And you've got them all around. I'll show you some pictures. The elephants and all the different animals come in, and you're actually then looking up at them as they're drinking and jostling at the waterhole. Really is something special. And of course, all the animals coming in and out. While I was there for a couple of nights, I saw a lot of elephants. We did see rhino, we got cheetah, we got lion, as well as a lot of the antelope, wildebeest, zebra, giraffe, springbok, eland. A lot of animals come in there to drink. And you can go to the hide day or night. It's 24/7. The hide is accessible from the camp. And that's what makes Olifantsrus particularly special. So you can't sleep, 2 in the morning, put your jacket on, get your camera, wander down, walk quietly and see what's at the waterhole. You can sit there all day. I spent a couple of hours, I took my breakfast. You're not really supposed to go and eat there. It's a bit, you don't want to disturb other people. But I took my breakfast mug of coffee, usually in the mornings, wandered down there, and the camera equipment, of course, and just sat there watching. And that morning, I got 3 herds of elephants coming and going. And it's absolutely fascinating to be able to sit there close to them safely and not just hear them calling each other, but feel the rumbles of the elephants through your bones as you sit there. As you can guess, I really like Olifantsrus. And I must admit, all the people that were there, when they found out what I do for a living, they basically said, don't tell people about this. Please don't tell. It's just now starting to get busy. It's been open a few years. When it first opened, we struggled to get people to go there. Now it's the other way around. You struggle to get a night's accommodation there because there is a limited number of campsites and people have discovered how wonderful it is. So the pros are this fantastic hide, campers only, which to some people is a con. So if you're not a camper and you don't have camping equipment, you can't stay the night at Olifantsrus. And its other con and pro, both in one, is it's on the far western side of the park. So if you're staying at Okakwea, which is the next camp we're going to go to, it's a 4 or 5 hour drive from Okakwea to Olifantsrus. And of course you have to be inside a camp before sunset. So it's not like you can just pop to Olifantsrus, spend a day there or half a day there and then drive back to Okakwea. You can from Dolomite because that's about 50 kilometers. So a lot of people do an early morning game drive from Dolomite through to Olifantsrus. The ladies there in the reception there, I wouldn't say there's food available, but there's toasted sandwiches and cold drinks. Get a toasted sandwich and a cold drink for a mid-morning snack, go and sit in the hide in a few hours while it gets hot, and then game drive your way back to Dolomite. So you can do it that way, but it's way too far to visit from Okakwea. So apart from the fact that it's limited to camping accommodation, there's not many downsides to Olifantsrus, but don't go there because you'll make it too busy. And then myself and my guests can't go there. No, go there and enjoy it. It'll be fantastic. You will not forget your experience if you spend 2 days, 2 nights at Olifantsrus. That's if we can get you in. One night is not enough because you arrive, you're tired, you're dusty, you need to go there and spend a whole day. My 2 nights at Olifantsrus, I turned up after a puncture, the first night a bit late, went there the evening, then I spent the entire rest of the day in the camp. There was elephants walking around the camp, herds of animals around the camp, and just spent it at the hide. It's really nice, especially if you've been driving a lot, which you tend to do in Namibia. It's nice to be able to absorb and enjoy the nature without being stuck in your car. Anyway, I think I've ranted enough about Olifantsrus.